Okay, so I'm talking to my computer. I'm going to be teaching you from my iPad and this video. I'm sorry I'm not there today and won't be there tomorrow or Thursday. I hope to be there Friday to see you. I had to be out, and I'm sorry. My doctor says I can't come back until then. And I'll catch you guys up on all the details, and just know that I'm alright. We're good. But today you're going to be looking at Sonnet 73. We're going to be talking about sonnets a little bit this week, and I wanted to really go into the structure of sonnets and what a Shakespearean sonnet looks like with you. So you need to look at your notes that I gave you that has 7th grade and has all the different poetry notes we've been taking on it, and you're going to look at Sonnet 73. So we're going to go through it line by line, and by the end of this you should have all the notes on a sonnet and what a sonnet should have. This is really hard, by the way, to talk to you guys through a computer. And I don't have you, talking back to me. So bear with me. Alright, so this is my copy of Sonnet 73. And I want you to look first at the, does anybody know? I'm assuming somebody said it, the rhyme scheme. So what I want you to do is to label the rhyme scheme of a sonnet. Okay, so look at the ending of the lines and figure out the pattern. Alright, so what you need to do now is label them. A sonnet has, or a Shakespearean sonnet, let me preface that. There's several different types of sonnets, but a Shakespearean sonnet has the same rhyme scheme that you really can kind of memorize. It's pretty easy. It's A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, G, G. So you have 3 quatrains. What does quad mean? Think of the stems. Quattro, quad, quadrilateral, 4. 4. So a quatrain is 4 lines. So you have 3 sets of 4 lines. Do the math. That's 12. And then it ends in a rhyming couplet. That makes it how many lines? Math people? 14 lines. Okay, so a Shakespearean sonnet is always 14 lines. And you have 3 quatrains. Look at the ending. A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, G, G. Now, Shakespeare meant for his rhyming couplet at the end of the poem to be kind of a punch in the face of what the poem means. If you didn't get it through the first 12 lines, the rhyming couplet at the end should be the duh, this is what I mean. Alright, so let's look at it, and you can read it with me. That time of year thou mayest in me behold, when yellow leaves or none or few do hang, upon whose boughs, which shake against the cold, bare ruined choirs where late the sweet birds sang. In me thou seest the twilight of such day, as after sunset fadeth in the west, which by and by black night doth take away, death's second self that seals up all in rest. In me thou seest the glowing of such fire, on that the ashes of his youth doth lie, as the deathbed whereon it must expire, consumed with that which it was nourished by. This thou perceivest, which makes thy love more strong, to love that well, which must leave ere long. Sounds kind of tough, right? Super simple. Let's take it stanza by stanza, or quatrain by quatrain. That time of year thou mayest in me behold. What does it mean to behold? To look, to see something. The time of year thou, or you mayest see in me. Okay, so the time of year you see in me is when yellow leaves or none or few do hang. So what time of year do you see yellow leaves or few or none hanging on trees? Fall. So the time of year that you see in me is the fall. Upon whose boughs, what's a bough? Think Christmas songs. Boughs of holly. It's a tree. Like a tree branch, okay? Tree branch. Alright, so those boughs shake against the cold. What happens in late fall? The cold winds come in, winter comes in. Bare ruined choirs where late the sweet birds sang. So where do people sing? In a choir. So this is a comparison, so you'll need to underline this and label it as a what? Metaphor. Alright, so comparison without like or as. So the empty trees where there's no more birds singing, like in the spring or in the summertime, there's no more birds singing, so this is a metaphor comparing an empty choir or choir loft to the empty trees. Okay, and the birds are like the choir of the people. So that if it's comparing birds to people or a choir group singing, what is it when you compare something that's not human to something that is human? Personification, so you need to label that. Alright, in me thou seest the twilight of such day. So in me, you see the ending of a cold fall day or a winter day. Okay, so that is More figurative language, need to label that. As sunset fadeth in the west, which by and by, little by little, black night doth take away. So what must black night symbolize? What's taking away this person's life? Old age, death. Death's second self that seals up all in rest. What could that mean? Aging. Aging is the second self. In me thou seest the glowing of such fire. Now wait. We were cold and dying and dead. Now we're talking about fire. In me thou seest the glowing of such fire that on the ashes of his youth doth lie, as the deathbed whereon it must expire. So what's the flame? It's the dying of the youth. So think of it as like watching a fire go out. Before that fire goes out, there's still a little bit of coal, still a little bit of glow left, but you can see it getting colder and colder. So this person, is he dead yet? No, he's not dead yet, but he is getting old. As the deathbed whereon it must expire, consumed with that which it was nourished by. All right, so my pyro people out there, what nourishes fire? What makes fire get bigger? Air. You blow on it, and then it gets bigger. Think about camping and campfires. So what is consuming it, what's taking it over, is the thing that nourishes it. So think about your birthday when you blow out a candle. What do you do to blow out your candle? So your candle doesn't go poof and blow up. Your candle goes out because too much wind will blow it out. Okay, so age and time nourished him. Over time, life was good to him. But now it's taking him too much. Just like air, makes a fire go bigger, life, can be fun and exciting, but too much life means you're dead. This thou perceivest. Now we're at that rhyming couplet now. So this is the 1-2 punch. You got to figure out what I mean. This thou perceivest, you perceive, which makes your love more strong. So don't let the thous and the these and the old stuff, don't let that bother you. Just replace the word that it stands for. This you perceive, which makes your love more strong, to love that well which thou must leave ere long. Ere is like very or soon, or very long. So this you realize, to perceive is to realize. This you realize, it makes your love more strong, to love that well which must leave ere long. In other words, this you realize, I'm getting old. Right? This thou perceivest, which makes thy love more strong, to love me well, which must leave ere long. In other words, I'm leaving, I'm dying, but you're going to take care of me all the way through it. Even though I'm going to go, you're still love me even stronger. Right, so that's Sonnet 73. So, to recap, you need to label rhyme scheme. You need to label figurative language. That's metaphors, similes, personification, hyperboles, anything like that. We touched on them as we went through. And make sure that you can summarize it. It's very, very, very important that you understand the structure of a sonnet. All right, so stay tuned for your next assignment. You're going to get information from Miss Bennett about what other poetry and analysis you should do today. And I'm going to try to do another video for any other poems that I ask you to go through. You're going to be reading The Highwayman this week, so I'll try to give you a little recap on that. Please, please, please take care of the computers. Please follow directions, and please be on your best behavior. Anything else, try to contact me by email. Hopefully I'll respond. My medication that the doctor's got me on has got me a little loopy, a little crazy, a little groggy. So I'll get to you as soon as I can. If you owe me graded work, I'll do my best to take care of it, but I can't make any guarantees, especially if it was late work. If you were late getting it to me, I can only do my best.